Hi, welcome. My name is Angela, and I'm going to guide you through a 20-minute core fusion class. Emily's going to be my lovely demonstrator today, and we're going to begin in a neutral tabletop. So you're going to want to make sure hands are wide, and you're stacking your shoulders directly over your wrist and your hips directly over your knees. We're going to begin with a few cat-cow. So inhale, belly's going to drop. Crown and tail will rise. Exhale, tuck and round. Gaze toward the knees, perhaps the navel. Inhale, belly drops. Crown and tail will rise. Exhale, tuck and round. One more just like that. Inhale, belly drops. We call this cow. Exhale, tuck and round. We call this cat. Returning to a neutral alignment, extend the right leg behind you, spiraling the pinky toe down, and then extend your left arm out like you're going to shake someone's hand. Inhale, reach and extend, lift a little higher. Exhale, elbow to knee. Breathing here, reach and extend. Exhale, tap and contract. You've got 5, so reach. For 5, tap and extend. For 4, reach and lengthen. For 3, reach and lengthen. For 2, and last one, reach and extend. Perhaps you hold here, or maybe you'd like to bend the back foot, reaching around, taking a bind. Press the hand into the foot and the foot back into the hand. Maybe give it a little lift. If you'd like to challenge your balance, you can gaze over the left shoulder. Releasing the bind, reach and extend. Exhale, drop the left hand, right knee down to the mat. Inhale, belly's going to drop. Crown and tail will rise. Exhale, tuck and round. Return to neutral. Extend your left leg out. Spiral the pinky toe down, setting your foundation, and then extend your right arm out as though you're going to shake someone's hand. Give it a nice lift, and exhale, elbow to knee. Reach and extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Reach and lengthen. For 5, we'll tap. And 4, and tap. There's 3, and tap. Last 2, and tap. Last 1. Reaching long, perhaps bending the back foot, taking a bind. Pressing the hand into the foot and the foot back into the hand. Lift the heart maybe a little higher, perhaps challenging the balance by gazing over the right shoulder. Releasing that down, right hand, left knee down. One more cat-cow. Inhale, belly drops, crown and tail will rise. Return to neutral. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Just pedal this out for a few moments. Lift up onto your toes. Exhale, press your heels back and down. Inhale, lift up onto your toes. Exhale, press your heels back and down. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. Tiptoe your toes up to your wrist. Inhale, Utkatasana. Big toes come together to touch. Weight is in the back of those heels. You're going to sink it down, sink it low. Keep going slower and slow all the way down until your bottom reaches the mat. Then lift the knees for Navasana, boat pose. So perhaps you need to give yourself a little assist, grabbing behind the hamstrings. Maybe you extend the toes out, but you're stacking shoulders directly over the hips. Then you're going to interlace your hands in front of you. Take the hands over to the right. Only the torso moves. Draw it back to center. Take it to the left. Draw it back to center. Take it to the right. Draw that back to center. Take it to the left. 2 more. Draw it back to center. take it to the right, draw that back to center, take it to the left, draw it back to center, place the feet flat on the mat, and then just give yourself a hug. Draw the shoulder blades away. Inhale, lift and lengthen the heart, sit up tall. Exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, lift and lengthen, sit up tall. Exhale, tuck and round. Return to that neutral alignment. Extend the legs once more, boat pose. Holding here, breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Low boat hover. Reaching the fingertips towards the toes. Breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower everything down. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, hug the knees into the chest and gently rock from side to side. Perhaps making circles in a clockwise direction and then reversing that direction. Return to center and open the arms to cactus arms. Draw the knees into the chest, hugging navel to spine. You're going to drop the knees over to the right for a hover and center, to the left and hover, back to center, to the right, back to center, to the left, back to center. Extend the feet up toward the sky. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Palms come face down. Breathing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold and lift, not the breath, the pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the head, neck, and shoulders. Palms come alongside body. Slowly lower the legs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, hug your right knee into your chest. Draw it up and over towards your armpit. Exhale, drop it across the midline. Grounding down through your shoulders, gazing over the right shoulder if the neck will allow. A gentle supine spinal twist. Open that back up. Extend the right leg long down the mat. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, hug your left knee into your chest. Draw it up and over towards your armpit, and then exhale, drop it across the midline. Grounding down through your left shoulder and perhaps gazing over the left shoulder if the neck will allow. Inhale that back to center. Extend the left leg long down the mat. Palms come alongside body, face down. Just the way you descended, you will ascend. Big toes come together to touch. Using the core, slowly lift the legs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower just the left leg down to the mat. Dorsiflex through that heel. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Give me 5 pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Maybe walk the hands up towards the ankle. Draw the nose towards the knee back towards the nose. Slowly lower that back down. Draw the left leg up to meet the right, and then lower the right leg down. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders, giving me 5 pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, And 1, walk the hands up towards the ankle, draw the nose towards the knee and the knee back towards the nose. Slowly lower the head, neck, and shoulders down. Draw the right leg up to meet the left. Both palms come alongside body. You're going to lower those legs down. Tap the heels. Inhale, draw it up. Lower the legs down. Tap the heels. Inhale, draw it back up. You've got 5. Slow and controlled. Inhale, lift. Slowly lower. There's 4. Inhale, lift. Slowly lower. There's 3. Inhale and lift. Slowly lower for 2. Inhale and lift. Slowly lower for 1. Inhale and lift. Hug the knees into the chest. Gently rock from side to side. Taking those cactus arms once again, you're going to drop the knees over to the right and center, left and center, right and center, left and center. Place the feet flat on the mat. Cross the right foot on top of the left. Pick up your hips. Take them to the right. Drop your knees over to the left. Gently gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale back to center, unwinding. Cross the left on top of the right. Pick up your hips, take them to the left, and then drop the knees over to the right. Ground down through your left shoulder. Inhale back to center, unwinding. You're just going to roll over onto your right hip. Bend the right elbow, placing the fingertips towards the front of the mat, drawing it underneath you here. So you're going to press and lift. You're going to draw the right hand towards the front of the mat, bend the left knee, tapping elbow and reach. Tap and reach, tap and reach. Last 3 and reach. Last 2 and reach. Last 1 and reach. Now ground down, dropping the left foot on top of the right through the right elbow. Lift your hips up off the mat and dip and lift and dip and lift, dip and lift for 3. Press and 2, press. Last 1 and press. Lower that down, roll back onto the back. Hug the knees into the chest, gently rock from side to side. Rocking that all the way over onto the left side first. Then you'll bend the left elbow, pressing up. Extend the top leg, reaching the high hand toward the front of the mat. Elbow to knee and reach. Elbow to knee and reach for 5. Breathe. 4, really contract. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Reach and extend. Lower the top leg. Lift the hips. Tap the left hip and lift. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. You've got 5. Breathe. 4, last 3, last 2, last 1. Lower that down, rolling back onto the back. Hug the knees into the chest. Gently rock from side to side. One more time, opening the arms to cactus arms, dropping the knees over to the right and center, left and center, right and center, left and center. Grabbing behind the hamstrings, giving me about 4 rock and rolls. See if you can hover the toes. Maybe you reach no hands, no feet. Lift and lengthen, Lift and lengthen. After the fourth one, you're going to crisscross your ankles, step it back to a high plank. Press your heels towards the back of the mat and hug navel to spine. Breathing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can either hold here or float your right foot up. You can hold here or take right knee, right tricep, press it back. Right knee, right tricep, press it back. Right knee, right tricep, press it back, lower it down. Floating the left leg up, either holding there and breathing, or left knee, left tricep, press it back. Left knee, left tricep, press it back. Left knee, left tricep, press it back, lower it down. Forearm plank. Press the heels towards the back of the mat. Take the heels to the right, center, left, center, right, center, left, center. Holding here in forearm plank, or maybe you float the right foot up. Holding there, or right knee, right tricep, press it back. Right knee, right tricep, press it back. Right knee, right tricep, press it back and lower it down. Float the left foot up, holding there, or left knee, left tricep, press it back. Left knee, left tricep, press it back. Last one, see if you can make a connection. Press it back, lower it down. Drop your hips down, draw your heart through, Sphinx pose. Maybe you'd like to prong your fingertips and lift the heart into seal pose. Slowly lowering that down, press it up and back to child's pose. Walk your hands over to the right and left palm will cross on top. Take a deep breath here. Press your hips over your heels. Perhaps you dip your left shoulder. Walk it back to center. Take the hands to the left. Right palm will cross on top. Taking a deep breath in here. Exhale, press your hips over your heels, maybe dipping your right shoulder. Walk it back to center. Lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Rolling forward into a high plank. Ground down through your right palm. We're going to work transverse abdominis, so perhaps you drop your right knee down for a modified Vashisthasana. Lifting the hips, stacking shoulder over shoulder. Then the high hand will reach the front of the mat, palm face down. High leg will reach out. Inhale for extension. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, contraction. Inhale, reach. Maybe you hold, or perhaps you take that bind once again, either in Vashisthasana or the modified Vashisthasana variation. Release the bind if you have it. Coming into a high plank. Either hold in that high plank, or you can take a chaturanga push-up. Pressing that back, you're going to ground down through the left palm, maybe lower the left knee down for that modified variation. Float the high leg up and reach the high hand toward the front of the mat, palm facing down. Inhale for your length. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tap. Inhale, extension. Exhale, contraction. This time, reach and hold, or perhaps you bend the back foot, taking that back bend, pressing the hand into the foot, and then the foot back into that hand, making sure to stack shoulder over shoulder. Release the bind if you have it, back to that high plank variation. Lower down, forearm plank. Tapping into breath, float the right foot up and lower, float and lower. Right foot only, float it up and tap, float it up and tap. 3 more and lower last 2, and lower, last 1, and lower. Float the left foot up, tap the toe, and lift, and tap, and lift, and tap for 3, tap, 2, tap, last 1, tap, drop the hips, draw the heart through Sphinx pose. You're going to make a pillow for your forehead, crossing your right forearm on top of the left, placing the forehead to the center of the forearms. Big toes are going to come together to touch. You're going to inhale, leave the forehead onto the forearms, and just lift the upper part of the body. Floating, breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower that down. Leave the forehead and the forearms on the mat. This time big toes come together to touch, and you simply float the legs. Breathing there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that down. This time both the upper part of the body and the lower part of the body will lift. Breathing there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that down. This time reach the arms in front of you, palms face down, neck is in a neutral alignment with the spine. Lift the upper and the lower part of the body. You're flying like Superman. Breathing there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower that down. Press up and back, child's pose. Rocking the forehead from side to side, massaging the third eye. Taking a moment here to breathe. Prong up onto the fingertips of the left palm. Gently slide the right arm underneath, dropping the right ear, right shoulder. Unwinding, prong to the fingertips of the right palm. Gently slide your left arm under. Unwinding from that, reach both fingers forward, pronging onto both fingertips. Exhale, press the palms into the mat. Inhale onto the fingertips. Exhale, press the palms firmly into the mat. Inhale, pronging onto the fingers. Exhale, press the palms firmly into the mat. I hope that you have enjoyed this 20-minute core fusion, and I hope to see you again soon on the mat.